Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Chili Lee back at it again with another video. Today we have a special guest in the building.
Ashley.
This is Ashley. No, this is Ashley. This is my best friend since middle school. And today we are going to do a video about friendships. We're going to talk about our friendship, the things that we've learned, and how God has really carried us through. This is actually a re-recording of a video that we did already. But
Maybe the last one was a little too ratchet.
Maybe just a little bit. No, it was a little bit ratchet. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, share this video with your bestie, and then the friend that you're not friends with no more, share this with them. Okay. So when I posted a question response on my Instagram, and I got some questions about our friendships, about friendships in general. And so if you want to participate in stuff like that, make sure you follow me on Instagram. So the first question is, how did we meet, and how long have we been friends for?
Okay, so we met in middle school, but I don't remember like the initial meeting or anything like that. So that was 6th grade. I know that we didn't start getting close until it was like 7th grade, because sixth grade I was closer to Nisha.
Yeah.
7th grade, don't know how, but we began getting close. What's crazy is we had advanced classes all 3 years of middle school.
Yeah.
So we were in the same class always. It's just, I guess, for 6th grade I was closer to the other girl than her. But I think in 7th grade, that's when we got closer.
Yeah. And in 6th grade, we were all still friends. Like, we're still like a best friends group.
Yeah. It was like 4 of us.
Yeah. It's just that there were always 2 that were closest to each other. As always said, I thought she was satanic. She had her hair in front of her face. She had a black eyeliner, a straight and bang with curly hair.
If you find a picture,
I'm going to put it straight and bang with curly hair.
That was bad. I don't know who told me that.
I think that was satanic, actually. I think that's what I was picking up.
Not my lifestyle, but
the
specific
hairstyle was satanic. So, yeah, somehow, some way we became friends. And so that means that we've been friends for 7 years? I'm just kidding.
Bro, last year she posted me and she's like, oh my God, we've been friends for 7 years. I was like, baby, it's been 7 years since we graduated high school, and I know you since middle school. Thank you.
It's been like
6-7 years since we graduated.
No. Oh. How long have we been friends?
15 years.
15 years. 15 years. God dang. Not 7. 15. Y'all saw the math it took to get there? Y'all see what students we were? Frankie wants to know what makes our friendship different from others. I would say that...
I thought you were asking me.
Okay.
No, go.
She abuses me. No.
What is it? Sign language?
I would say that the fact we made it through no.
Never should have made it, but we did.
We made it through the mud. Is how we're different. No, I would say obviously like us being God-centered.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. Also, I think what makes our friendship different is how I think because it's God. Yes, it's God-centered, but it's a God-ordained. I feel like that there has to be some type of anointing on our friendship, because it makes no sense that we have no idea how we became best friends. We have no idea how we got here. We just got here. Our friendship has changed my life, like, tremendously. Like, our friendship is the reason why I'm actually serving the Lord the way that I'm serving the Lord now. And then the fact that we have gone through so much, knowing me, the type of person that I am, the fact that we still friends, I'm like, obviously this is something that God
wants.
Yes. And to see how much we have also blessed other people.
I also say that like I feel like there's such an intentionality with our friends group as well, because like I feel blessed. It's been a prayer answered that my circle is people that love Jesus.
Yeah.
Our circle. And it's not just my circle. It's literally a circle we share. People that surround both of us are people that love the Lord, that are pursuing the Lord. And I feel like they're intentionally placed in our lives. So it's crazy. God really be orchestrating stuff.
He did his thing.
He sure did.
Speaking of, let's talk about one of our friends group. So Tamira asked a question. Do you remember her question?
No.
How did y'all beat the lesbian allegations? So in middle school, people thought that I was gay.
And
people
in
thought
high
that,
school.
oh yes, high school, yes.
It's because I used to really, well, I still do actually. I'd be slapping your butt all the time.
Yeah.
I did that all the time in high school. And I would like hug her and squeeze her. Sometimes I still be doing that, but I really just slap her butt now. And that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we ever beat it.
We were never like, I think what played a role is that we also was never like known to be out here dating people. Like we weren't in the scene of drama when it comes to relationships and sleeping with this person. It's just always been us together. And then like nobody really knew what was going on in our friendship because we kind of was in our own world. And so I think that just gave room for people to think.
High school.
We literally
were in our own little world. Like,
we were just so caught up in our world. So I think from the outside looking in, people would probably be like, are y'all gay? Jess said, do you feel like sometimes your friends want more out of you than you can give?
I feel like I can give it. But, like, you know how everybody has their own personalities and things like that? Like, I know that I should be giving more to my friends than what I do give. That's something that I'm praying about, honestly. And I'm trying. I'm really, really trying. Like, my mom, I'm going to surprise her. I don't usually do anything for my mom, but I'm going to surprise her. I'm going to buy stuff for her and things like that because people will do things for me and I feel so undeserving. And I'm like, wow, people love me. But then like, I don't necessarily do things back for people. It's really hard, or like at least all my life, because of my personality, it's been really hard this sounds a little selfish, but it's hard for me to like step out of myself to think about other people. And I don't even do it intentionally. It just like my sister, she has told me before, oh my God, all you think about is yourself. And I'm like, I don't try to, like, I forget. So I feel like, yes, there may be more. I mean, I haven't asked all my friends, but there possibly may be more that they would wish out of me, but it's not that I can't give it. Yeah. I don't think that's a thing. I think that if you wanted to, you would. And I'm just praying for the desire and the awareness. It's really the awareness. Like, I don't know why, but I'd be so unaware a lot of the times. Like, I'd be very, very unaware a lot of the times. And until somebody points it out to me, I'm like, well, I didn't mean to. Like, you know, but... But, like, at this point, it's like, now I got to start praying for awareness. Now I got to start praying for being detail-oriented. Now I got to start... Like, I pray. I'm like, God, help me be detail-oriented. Help me be aware. Help me be this. Help me be that. So, I don't feel like I can't give it. Yeah. I feel like I have to begin, like, go through a process of learning how to give it. Yeah. So, yeah.
For me, I think that I have experienced that where I feel like people want more out of me than I can give. And I've also feel like I've been in that position of being that friend that wants more out of somebody than they can give. And what I've learned is two things. One, a lot of times when you feel like you're just frustrated because people are just wanting so much out of me and I just can't give it, like I feel overwhelmed or whatever the case may be. I think that that's just a sign or a symptom of burnout. And it could be that because you're just giving out so much, but you're not being poured back into, and not just saying like for people, yes, people can pour into you, but the most important person that would ever pour into you is Jesus. And so I feel like if you are not as intentional with being poured into by Jesus, spending time in his presence, spending time, because we even see like Jesus, he was like being pulled on, like heal me, teach me what it, like people were pulling on him like crazy. And one of the things that he always made sure to do was to withdraw. So I did a video about this where I said work hard and withdraw frequently. And I feel like it can also pertain to like what you're giving in relationships and in friendships, because it does get like that. Sometimes people are needy. Sometimes we are needy. But I think that if you stay connected to the living water, you stay connected to the Father, he'll be able to strengthen you, because then people won't be pulling out of you, but they'll be pulling what God gives you, which is what it's meant for, because God puts us here to service other people. And so I think that that's how I've been like trying to get better at thinking about it. And then from the other side, where I feel like I'm requiring more from people, I just have been trying to learn that, oh my gosh, this is so good. What's his name? The Bait of Satan, John Bevere. John Bevere spoke about offense one time, and he basically was saying like how a lot of people who are offended, like a lot of your offense has more to do with your expectations of people rather than what they did. And so I had to learn myself to not always expect so much from people, because that'll leave so much space for like disappointment and offense. Not saying that you're just like, I can't expect nothing from nobody and like that type of mindset. But just kind of like have grace and understand that like, okay, this person is not great at responding, is not great at texting, is not great at keeping up. I'll encourage them. I'll pray for them that they would get better at it. But don't let that offend me or like my heart towards them type of thing. And so, I think that there's a learning opportunity on both ends of the spectrum. What are some of the tough things that you've learned in this friendship?
How to not be a hoe.
Oh my God, Jesus.
For sure, which I think is common in friendships, is dealing with friction. Ever since we were young, like most of the time, Shaw and I were very happy people. But then we also have like our own characters. So I've learned a lot with friction, dealing with it, understanding Shaw. Personally, like I know that she deals with things differently than me. So there are times where I can like read things or see things and I'm like, I'm gonna have some grace over her, and she's learning, or she's this or she's that, whatever the case may be. So I think for sure one of the things has been friction. Like sometimes it feels like a relationship. And I'm learning, because of certain mistakes that I've made in the past, I'm learning to pray for things. I'm learning to hope for things. I'm learning to be gracious. I'm learning to be understanding.
Some tough things that I've learned from this friendship is what you said. And I say this to you. I've said this multiple times. But like you said, this friendship has taught me like more about our relationship than anything I've ever seen. It's taught me what it means to like love is not just a feeling, it's an action, it's a choice. Friends are chosen. Like family, you got to deal with them, they're your family. But friends are chosen, and there have been many times where I did not want to be her friend. There have been many times that I was like, you know what, that's it, I'm never talking to her again. Here we are. It has taught me like what it means to love through thick and thin, to having to hold for better or for worse. Like it sounds crazy, but literally that's what this friendship has taught me. And I say it's a tough thing because it's not always peaches and cream. No. Like literally you have to love people even throughout their like ugly seasons. And so for both of us, okay, because we both had some ugly seasons. And so it's a choice that you make. You're like, okay, do I love this person? Am I going to choose to stay with this person despite everything that we're going through? And so that's one of the things that I've learned. And then also, like, I think that this is probably what the toughest thing is. Like, this is probably encapsulate the best, not just for friendships, but for relationships. Learning how to stay in the game while the other person is changing. Because that's the issue, is that when we first became friends, we're no longer like that anymore. And so having to like walk through life with somebody and they begin to change and you're like, this is not the person I became friends with. And then like same thing, like you're changing and you feel confused and conflicted because you're like, why can't I just be like this how I was? And so I think that that's just the toughest thing, is navigating shift, navigating change, navigating transition. And like I said, we know that this relationship, that's what it is. We know that this friendship is God ordained and God has his hand in it, because we've been through some really tough seasons. But the fact that we've been able to change and shift, and you know, we haven't always cared for each other the best. So that's why I'm like, I know it's God, because how we have cared for each other, we shouldn't be friends, but God has held us. Thank God that he has held us. And so, I think navigating transition, change, and stuff like that has been probably the toughest thing to learn. And this will probably go into the next question, because the next question is, how have you been able to deal with hurt from friends? And then another thing that I would say other than change is like, well, I guess this does match up with change, but there are friends that come and go.
Yeah.
And you can cling on as tightly to them as you want and think, oh my gosh, like, like I don't ever want to let this friendship go. But sometimes the truth is there's seasons for everyone in your life. And that's something that God has had. What's crazy is that I would get prophesied that, like, since I was little, people would prophesy to me. There's going to be friends that come in your life and they're going to be there forever. There's going to be friends that come and they're going to leave. Let them. That has been prophesied to me and spoken to me since I was young.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck? Like, why y'all keep telling me this? This is not what I want to hear. I want to hear you're going to be rich. You're going to be the next Hannah Montana. But that's something that had constantly been prophesied to me. And it's now that I'm 26 years old that I'm like, God literally was preparing me, because literally I've dealt with so much hurt from like friends coming and friends going, rejection issues. It ties back to my family and my dad and like all this stuff. But yeah, just kind of like a tough thing to learn is that you don't have to like have malice or bitterness towards people when they leave your life. Just understand that they were in your life for that season and now they're out of your life, and that's what God desires. And then if he desires for them to come back, then it'll be. Yeah. So
which happens as well. Yeah. Some people have to get out of your life for like a certain season. Yeah. And then God sees it fitting to bring them back.
Yeah. And when he brings them back, it'll be his perfect timing.
Yeah.
Because look at who's in our life now. I was friends with him in high school. Now we left, didn't even talk. Well, I wasn't friends with him, but
you weren't even friends with him.
I wasn't, we were acquainted. We were classmates.
We were sitting next to each other.
We were sitting across from each other. And look, now he's back in our lives somehow, some way.
I didn't even remember him.
Yeah. So look how that turned out. God's timing was perfect.
I remember that there was a season in my life where I was disappointed by some of the most important people in my life. And I remember looking at them once and I was like, I am never looking up to anyone else. I'm only going to follow Jesus. I'm only going to look up to Jesus, because I'm like, if you can't go to Bella Noche's, where the hell can you go? And so I was like, I can't do this. So I literally began to turn my eyes to scripture and to how Jesus dealt with things, how Jesus cared for people, how Jesus felt about things, what he said, his character, his attitude, et cetera, et cetera. And so I feel like that's a way that I've been able to deal with friends, but also like with people in general. Like, there's a lot that I let not slide, but like slip off of me, like as if I were butter, for the simple fact that I always think about Jesus Christ. I do my best. I'm not perfect. I slip sometimes, but I do my very, very best. And God has been faithful enough to remind me, even in the exact moment that something may be happening, the Lord will immediately like get a hold of or a grip of my spirit and my heart. And he'll remind me immediately, just have grace over this person. Just bless this person. Just pray for this person. Just be patient. Just be understanding. So I think that's how I've been able to manage it. Yeah. Because when I was younger, I feel like I would get offended easier. Like we were in middle school and stuff like that. But now I look at it from a different standpoint, and I'm all like, literally, if this isn't every day, it's almost every day, where I will see someone's actions and the Lord will speak to me immediately, and I'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to just pray. Okay, well, even though they're acting stank right now, I'm going to be the nicest person I can be no matter what is going on right now. So I feel like that's been, for a very long time now, that's been how I've been dealing with that.
My mom asked, she knows exactly why she's asking this question. Would you distance yourself from your friend if one of you became married?
T, baby.
T.
No,
I hope not.
No, I would say no. Because here's where the video goes downhill. Listen, being honest with you, I've done this before. When I was young, I was whipped by somebody I shouldn't have been whipped with or by. And I only cared about that person. I was obsessed, sickly, illnessly upset. I mean, not upset. What is it? Obsessed. There we go. it was unhealthy in a lot of aspects. And so I distanced myself from Shaw and from everybody, honestly. It wasn't just even her. Just unfortunately, she got the really bad repercussions of it at the time. But I distanced myself in that relationship because that honestly was a relationship that mattered to me in the most sickly way ever. And so I did do that once, and I did it for several years. Like, I feel like it put a really weird wedge between Shaw and me. And so I did do that. Now that I'm older though, and I've allowed the Spirit of God to take over me in every area, not just some areas, but every area, I would say no. Because I also pray for a husband that won't do that. The person that I was with at the time didn't care about none of y'all. Mm-hmm. And that person, if anything, like, oh my God, the ick now that I think about it. But that person literally would be like, I don't want to be around your family all the time. I don't want to be around your friends all the time. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. So it was natural of this person to literally make me get distance myself. Yeah. Versus now, I aim to be with a person that loves who's around me as much as I love who's around me. It's not that they shouldn't have their own group or whatever the case may be, but I just want this person to have a desire to want to be where God has me as well. And so I would say no. I have no idea why that person did that to you. But as for like what I desire now versus what I had desired back then, it's completely different. I admire couples that host people at their houses, and I admire couples that love being in the same friends group. And so that's what I aim to have. Like, that's what I really, really desire. And so I think that if you have a partner that is like-minded, like, obviously different seasons call for different amounts of your attention, but that shouldn't drive you away from people that you love. Yeah. If it does, like, red flag.
Yeah. There is tea behind this. Okay. I had a friend.
Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name right now.
I had a friend. And this basically happened to me where, I mean, I don't know if, to this day, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. No. Like, then again, I don't know what's going on in her mind. Yeah. I don't know what she's going through. I don't know what struggle. I don't know. Her and her husband's. But basically, this happened to me where I had a friend, very, very close, loved her like literally like my sister. Like, she took a piece of my heart is what she did. She took a piece, she ate it, she spit it out, and she stuffed on it. No, but it did hurt me. Like, our friendship ended abruptly, unexpected. It wasn't that we got into this.
That was very weird.
It was a very weird ending. We didn't get into this huge argument where literally she just stopped responding and like stopped reaching out and stopped. And when I addressed her about it, she told me like, I'm not ready to talk about this, and then I told her like, hey, whenever you have time or whenever you are ready, let me know. She never let me know. So that was the end of our friendship. But I still have love for them. Literally, the season that they were in my life was like, has such a soft and warm and like special place in my heart. But to see how much that had caused me so much pain, I would hate to put that on somebody. Now, this is not just any type of friend. Like, this was this was a close friend. This was like, we're besties, spending time every day, all the time, talking to each other, like at their wedding, like close friend. No, I would not want to do that. Now, again, I do understand that, of course, when you're married, your friendships change sometimes, and how much you speak to people, all of that stuff is considerate. But I would not want to like completely befriend people that are like just super close to me just because I'm married or in that season. Of course, there may be some friendships that just naturally fade out, and I'll just let that kind of naturally happen. But at least I'm going to try. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm going to always try to be as intentional as I can with people. But that also kind of puts me in the predicament where because I'm so intentional with people, like a lot of people, I forget people sometimes.
Bro, Chalisa be making me feel bad.
Bro.
But not because she wants to make me feel bad. It's because she's so good. And I'm like, I'm a bum. like I'd be like,
but
you not put your thinking cap on?
I still feel so bad because, like, I'll reach out to some people that I haven't spoke to in a while. Like, literally the other day, I was reaching out and talking to Adrian for a little minute. Adrian from Dubai. I was talking to him, and I'm like, but dang, I haven't talked to this other person in a long time. So, like, it's like, it puts me in a because I also do too much sometimes where I'm like, I'm stressed, I'm over it. But I just have a heart for people, and I never want people to feel rejected, left out, or anything like that. I want to try to love on people as much as I can. So no, I would not want to leave somebody out just because I'm married. Like you said, I want to be that family that's like, hey, yeah, they at her house house. Everything's held at my house. Everybody's at my house all the time. Game nights, whatever it is.
That's my house right now.
Yeah. Yes, I want what her house is to be mine plus 10. Like I want even
more people.
Yeah,
cookout every Sunday.
Yes.
I'm excited.
But shout out to that couple. I love y'all still.
That's for me. I pray y'all stub y'all toe tomorrow. No, I'm playing. God bless.
A true friend keeps you accountable, and what does that look like?
I will bring up something to Shah, and Shah will just be like, well, you have this and this and this and that. You stand on this and this and that. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
And she'll come to me the same, and I'll remind her of things.
Yeah.
I also learned, I thought that when I asked people to keep me accountable, I thought that what that was that they would check up on me and they would make sure I wasn't going certain places and they would make sure that I wasn't doing this and that. Until I learned that accountability actually comes from you to the person. And so there are times where, I mean, I'm pretty sure Shaw must be so tired. Because I tell Shaw about how the hell messed up I am. And I'll be like, Shaw, I'm such a horrible person. I think this and this and this and this and that.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, we're all horrible. Chill.
And I'm like, so I feel like accountability is not someone, which is great if the person does check up on you and does, hey, have you been this and that? And hey, have you this and this and that? But it also comes from you. So it has to do, like for me, it still is, I think, but it has taken me a long time because prior to like this moment in my last relationship, I was hiding a lot of things from everybody. And so now I'm learning to share things. It's not all at once, and it's actually not all to one person. Sometimes I feel comfortable sharing to a certain person some things. Sometimes I feel comfortable sharing to her some things. Eventually, sometimes what I told this person, I'll eventually tell her at the moment or at the right time that I feel comfortable in. But like I used to have a really hard time doing that because I was out here lying, y'all.
Yeah.
I was hiding stuff.
And I think it's so important for you to like be honest and open.
Yeah.
Especially like with your like close friends that you can trust, because obviously some people close friends you don't need to be, they are horrible.
Don't tell them nothing.
They are horrible influences. Like close friends like us, like that's God centered. We can build each other up and stuff like that. Because and I'll talk about this, but we're gonna bring it home. We gonna. So like Ashley said, like she used to be very secretive, very secretive.
Taking myself to hell is what I was doing.
And so over the years, I would notice things and I'll be like, I do not know this girl. Like, I don't know who the heck you are.
And I was like, one day, I don't know, I sent you something on Instagram and you were like, I think your response was, I don't know. Like, I didn't know you or something like that. And
I think I said, I feel like I don't know you.
And I was like, and you don't.
Yeah.
And it was because I spent a very long time, I spent a very, very long time hiding a lot of things. If not everything, then almost everything. Yeah. And I would like portray myself a certain way to certain people, but then like behind closed doors, wilding. And so I was like,
and that made
when I started opening up, that's when Shaw was like, I feel like I don't know you. And I'm like, I'm sorry. But
and it made me skeptical because, and I feel like low-key, this might be like people in their relationships need to get this together because like when you come and you present yourself one way and you're like, okay, this is the person. And obviously keeping in mind that people shift and change. But when you start noticing like, hold up, something's off here. It kind of makes you think like, this sounds cheesy and like a movie, but like, was our friendship ever real? Like, was it, And so those are thoughts that I had to like fight against, of like thinking like, I done gave myself to this girl and she done hid so much from me. Like, I feel bamboozled is what I felt.
Baby, I bamboozled you and everybody else because...
Yeah, so... But I think that I think that it's a great thing that you're learning how to be open, because I think a lot of people are like that, where I think Carl Lentz even talks about that, like how literally people will hide you will be married to somebody. That is my fear.
That is my fear.
Like, you married to somebody and then all of a sudden they turn out to be a psychopath.
They're over here pulling knives out on you. You're like, what the hell? What is this? Hello?
What the heck? And so, but you want to know what I could have done as well? I could have also been adamant about praying and asking. I love that your mom does this, but Lord, show me their heart. I feel like I kind of was just in this ignorant, like, and it could have been because I was so self-centered that I'm just like, so like, I don't know, like just so full of myself in a way that I didn't even realize, let me start praying like about the people that's in my life. Let me start asking the Lord about their heart. Let me start like anything like that. Like I prayed for you back then, but not as much as I pray for you now.
Yeah.
So
I didn't pray back then, but I pray now.
Yeah,
so
like,
that's an upgrade.
Back then, my prayer was...
God
I
bless.
don't know what my prayer was actually, but I'm pretty sure I prayed for you at least once or twice, 3 times at least.
Not enough, because I was down
Not
in the
enough.
dumps.
That's why I'm like, dang. See, look, Ashley had her little issues. I have my issues because I was not a good friend when she needed a good, loyal, faithful friend. Like to pick
I wasn't
her up.
loyal or faithful to nothing but my sin.
Needed to be. So that's what I feel like I went bad, is that I should have been a better friend at caring for her in the time that she needed care.
But that's weird because I didn't know I needed help. I didn't want help.
I knew you needed help. I just didn't know everything specific of what you needed help for. But I knew that.
I was
like,
crazy.
She possessed? Lord, you better.
There were times where I would act, no, I'm not even kidding you. I would sit in my bed and I'd be like, come out! Is there a demon inside of me? God, take it out, please!
And you want to know what's crazy? Look, and this is so crazy because you were always like very open about like, dang, I want our friendship to be better. Like, I'm praying for our friendship. Yeah. I will be like, girl, don't pray for this friendship. F you. Like, I don't want to be your friend. Stop praying.
And I'd be like, God.
She's over there asking God, save us. I'm over here like, get her out of my life, Lord, please. No, but I feel like I could have been a better friend of like pressing for you more, because that's also what relationship, like that's just what you do. You didn't know it, but I could see things, and I should have been praying over you, like declaring, like pulling you out, and I just sat there upset and offended is what I did, and that was not helpful either. So, and then also I was offended at you and your issues, but I also had issues and thought that like, I don't know, like I feel like I was just holding a double standard. And even though I may not done exactly the things that you done, I've done things to you. Like and my character and my messed upness in my head from my upbringing and everything, like that has also put harm in our relationship as well. And so I just think that I could have been a better friend as well. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to you.
I'm not. Get off me. So yeah, I just think that I could have been a better friend as well. And that's why I'm striving today to be a better friend. I pray, I'm like, Lord, make me a better daughter, make me a better sister, make me a better friend. Because sometimes I realize that I suck. And if it wasn't for Jesus, I would, oh my gosh. I would be terrible.
For the Lord.
Yes. And so
I'd be backslapping people.
We're going to end the video, but before we end, I want you to tell me just something that you appreciate now about the things we've learned, where we are, and where you hope to see us.
I do still think that we have a lot of growing to do. But I appreciate, which I've always appreciated this, like I have looked at Shaw with eyes of love, because I'm like...
That's why we got them lesbian allegations.
Because I look at Shaw and I'm like, Lord... thank you so much because she loves you so much. Or like there was a season where I would watch how Shaw worshipped and I felt like I didn't love God. Like there was one day I was driving and I was like, God, I don't love you. I don't even know who you are. I'm like, who are you? Sir, sir,
I don't know you.
I've been brainwashed. Who are you? And I would watch Shaw, and my prayer for that season was, God, help me love you the way that Shaw loves you, and help me worship you as freely as Shaw worships you. I want to feel that. I want to be like that, et cetera, et cetera. And so I feel like I just appreciate so much that as an individual, she seeks the Lord.
I love him so much.
Yes. And I love that she seeks the Lord on her own. Like, it's not
because I'm trying to get this boy attention. It's not because I'm trying... What?
Interesting.
It's not because I'm trying to get a position at church or nothing.
No, it's literally...
Because he's my daddy. He's a father to the fatherless. And baby, I was fatherless. I needed a father. I'm desperate for a father. So I'm like, Lord, please be my
father. So I would say, like, in our relationship, even still now, because there's still a lot of growing to do, a lot of pressing to do, a lot of praying. I just had a dream, a wonderful dream. And it was a confirmation of closeness coming and things like that in the midst of even my changes or our changes, I guess. Yeah. But, like, it would be that. It would be, like... And this is not just with her, but also like with all our friends. Like our friends group is a praying friends group. Like it's a friends group that loves the Lord, prays to the Lord, seeks the Lord's face, asks for the Lord's help. So I say I admire that a lot. Yeah. That helps in every area. Like if you got the God part down, that's going to help you in every area. And it's going to make you want to grow into the prayers that she's saying, make me into a better sister, better lover, better friend, better neighbor, better stranger. Sometimes I pray for myself and the encounters I have with people outside when I step out. Like, I'm like, God, I don't know who I'm going to encounter today, but may I be a blessing. Help me be bold. Help me pray for people.
I like that you said that, to be a better stranger. I never prayed that before. Let me steal that.
I feel like I get scared. Yeah. Like, I see people and I'm like, should I ask for food? Should I give them food?
Baby, I need to do better with the homeless people. I do give to homeless people, but there are some homeless people, and especially because I'm in the hood. So these homeless people, they be crackheads. I would say that I truly do appreciate... Well, first of all, I appreciate how you really push for our friendship. Because, baby, when you was pushing and I wasn't, I feel like her prayers are the reason why we're here today. Because I wasn't praying when she was praying. And I feel like the Lord has heard her. And because he favors her and he loves her and he just, he just loves you. Right. But I think I really appreciate the push that she put in praying for us. Because I think that has also caused me, because she was praying for our friendship, in order for our friendship to change, there needed to be a shift in me. And because you were praying for our friendship, God did a shift in me.
Well, what's funny is I was praying, like I was praying for your heart. But I was also praying for mine because I'm like, I need, like, in general now. Yeah. I mean, I don't even feel like, this is another topic, but I don't even feel like I'm even that good to God. Like, sometimes God will surprise me with things and I'm like, you know dang well I don't deserve this. Buki, take it back because I don't deserve this right now.
But because of your prayers, it caused me to change. Mm-hmm. So... I truly, truly appreciate that. I think that her prayers have changed my life, her family, herself, her life has changed my life. Oh no, it's dying. I don't feel like changing the battery. Okay, we back. My battery went dead. One thing about Ashley, okay, she's a fighter. Okay, she is a fighter. It's because her family a fighter.
He said, "I'm a buffalo."
A buffalo. She is. Because her family was out there fighting when they was little. No.
Oh my God.
Her dad wanted to be a boxer. Ashley is a fighter. And you see that in so many different areas of her life where she, like, maybe you go through seasons where you just kind of go through your seasons of not fighting. But she's going to always get up and fight and push. And, she's always looking to do better, to be better, to know more and stuff like that. And so because, like I said, she fought for this friendship, I think has caused me to learn what it means to fight for people. Not just our friendship, but just for people in my life. Because
yeah, like Shaw sometimes voices that she wants to give up on
Give
certain
up.
people.
I don't want to pray for them no more, Lord. Let them go to hell. I'm done.
Oh my God.
I'm just worried about me.
And
Forget them.
sometimes I have to be like, no, like that person needs Jesus.
And I'd be like, F them.
I feel like that is true. I guess
I'm Jonah and you are Paul, Peter, one of them. Peter was
Peter was
fighting.
a little feisty though, but
Yeah.
he was like, not maybe Paul.
But yeah, so Ashley is a fighter, and I could truly appreciate that about her. Teaching me to fight, teaching me want to just be better, just teaching me in certain ways, just like what it means to like grow up in the manner of like bettering yourself, and not just staying a certain way. And then in regards to our friendship, I truly do believe that our friendship has been a blessing, not only for us, but for so many people. And I see that the Lord, I think that, yes, with our friendship, but like you said, with our friend group, that the Lord is going to do something to where he's going to teach what it means to like really do life with people. What does that look like? It's not just, oh, I see you on Sundays and we talk and, no, like I see you on Sundays. I see you on Mondays. I see you on Tuesdays. I see you in your worst days. I see you in your best days. And I'm still choosing to walk with you. And so I really think that that's what God is going to do. And then also seeing you like from what God is wanting to do. And I like sometimes I'll pray and I'm like, Lord, how can I partner with you with what you're wanting to do in the lives of the people around me. And so I think that things like that is what we're going to be learning within our friend groups and stuff. And I'm so excited for that. Oh, another thing is I do really appreciate the love that Ashley has for me, because I feel like none of my friends love me as much as she loves me. Even though I do and I say that because Ashley, the things that Ashley say, again, is the reason why I think we have these lesbian allegations. But not a long time ago, but not too long ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, you said something. I was like, why would this girl say that? What did you say? I think you said I was the first love of your life or something like that.
Yep.
That's gay.
Man, what?
Oh my God.
I was in love with Shaw.
Oh my God. Can you not? Can you not?
It was eyes of like Fred's.
Yeah.
I would look at Shaw, I'm like, I love her.
And that's how I look at Justin Bieber. Not you. I don't think that there's nobody in my life that has loved me or expressed so much love for me more than you and my mom. That's crazy.
Me and Mama Lisa?
Yeah. I can tell that those two people love me. Now, what's crazy is they both be pissing me off. Let's talk about it. They piss me off. And they may have done things to where in those moments I'm like, God don't love me. But when I look back over my life, when I look back at just like the overall relationships, those two relationships, I'm like, dang, those people really do love me more than majority of the people. Yeah. So I just appreciate how much you do love me.
I do. That's why I slap your butt all the time. That's my love language. Like,
no,
if you get your butt slapped by me,
it's not mine. My love language is spending time with you. Yeah, spending time. So yes, those are the things that we've learned. Shout out to God, because again, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here today.
Never would have made it.
And I encourage everyone to be better friends to your friends. Pray about your friend groups. Pray for your friends.
And if you don't have it in you, you better pray for yourself so that the Lord can instill things in you.
Amen. Again, shout out to the Big G. Ew. Let that Megan Thee Stallion. That's it. Again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Love y'all. Peace. Peace out.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.